happy birthday to DJ Amyotee and anybody else who was born on May 1st. So, unfortunately, we were a little pressed for time, and it was only just the other day we made the other video we just did, so we so this will be a little bit different than the previous video. But we have a list of people who were born on this day, and we got a history of things that happened on this day in history. So starting with wait, actually, I did not put these in order. So I'm gonna start off. It's gonna be in random form. We got Tim McGraw. Y'all know who Tim McGraw is?
Yeah, he's the BMX biker, right?
No, he's a famous country singer.
Ah.
He's got the honky tonk, dong. Keeping perfect rhythm, make you wanna sing along. Got it going on like Donkey Kong. At least I'm pretty sure that was him. But yeah, he turns 57.
That song's about a posterior.
Yes, it is. Next we have Jamie Dornan, an actor. Again, I really should have put down what they were known for. Do you know the name, Jamie Dornan?
I don't know, but he looks like that guy from Good Mythical Morning.
No, that's not him. But yeah, he turns 42, followed by James Murray.
Super familiar.
He is from that TV show about those guys who did
the stuff with the thing.
Yeah, the 4 guys who go in public and like do practical jokers.
Yeah.
I know 2 people. One person who really loves this show, another person who really can't stand this show.
It's super cool.
But he turns 48. Next is movie director Wes Anderson. He's the guy who famously put his wife in all these movies. Mila Jovovich.
That's his wife.
Pretty sure I remember reading about that some time ago. But yeah, he is the director of the Resident Evil movies, among many other things. But yeah, he turns 55. Next is Ray Parker Jr.
Oh my gosh, is he afraid of ghosts?
I don't think so. But yeah,
he's afraid of no ghosts.
He turns 70 today.
And there's something strange in the neighborhood.
Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Anyway, next, Lizzie Green turns 21. Again, if I had more time to prepare for this, I probably would have looked up what she's known for, but I for some reason deemed that she was worth mentioning. Next, actor Byron Stewart turns 68. If any of these names jump out at you as someone you're familiar with,
you got it. I'll let you know. I don't know.
Actor Maya Morgenstern. Apparently, they were in The Passion of the Christ. They turned 62. Singer Judy Collins turns 85. Actor Stephen Macht, known for Suits and General Hospital, turns 82.
Really, Stephen? Oh, 82? Because Gabriel Mock's in that Suits as well.
Okay, maybe that's their son.
Oh, maybe.
Singer Rita Coolidge turns 79. No? Okay. Next, singer and bassist Nick Fortuna of the Buckinghams turns 78.
Ooh, I used to love him.
Actor Dan Florek from Law & Order SVU turns 73.
Oh, yeah, that was my favorite Law & Order series.
Then actor Scott Coffey from Mulholland Drive and The Outsiders, they turn 60.
Nice.
What's that?
Nice.
Next, country singer Wayne Hancock turns 59. Actor Charlie Schlatter from Diagnosis Murder turns 58.
Oh, yeah, I never saw it.
Bassist Darcy Retsky from Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh my gosh, Darcy!
Turns 56.
When I first got online, it was in a web-based Smashing Pumpkins chat group. No, it was a Magic the Gathering chat room, but the talk of Smashing Pumpkins came up a lot because my friend that introduced me to the internet, if you can believe it was that long ago. was like, oh my gosh, so we got to go to this chat room, and then he just talked about Smashing Pumpkins the whole time. But yes, Darcy.
Okay. Next, we have singer Tina Campbell of Mary Mary turns 50. Actor Darius McRae from Family Matters. You know who he is, right? Come on.
Never heard of what's his...
Family Matters.
Oh, Family Matters! I was thinking of Family Guy. Is he Eddie?
Yes.
He was also the voice of Jazz in the 2007 Transformers movie.
Oh, Jazz.
Yo, Prime, you know we're robots, right?
Is that one of the lines he says?
That was
Okay.
that was Robot Chicken after he got torn in half.
Okay. Yeah, that was the thing I was referencing too. And it's like, come on, man, really? You got to kill off the one black Transformer?
Yeah.
Like, that seems pretty bad. Anyhow.
The winds are located.
But yeah, Darius McRae turns 48. Actor Carrie Bishi from Argo is 40. TV personality Abby Huntsman from The View turns 38. And skipping past the ones I don't have ages for, Julie Benz, actress who was in Saw 5, turns 2. Now, from the list I have over here, cutting to over there, we've got King Kamehameha, King of Hawaii. I'm gonna need you to help me out here. Can you see where he was born?
Yeah, see, they don't have an exact date of his birth. They said he was born between 1736 and 1761.
Oh, my.
So he's like, oh gosh.
So you got an age range here for
yeah.
how old he would have been, okay?
Yeah, he would have been something like 190 years old or something.
If he were alive today, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Does it have an age of how old he was when he passed?
They do have a date of death. It was 1819, May 14th of 1819. So he either lived to be like, let's see, that's oh boy.
Sorry about this, you guys.
83 is the oldest he would have been if he was
Okay.
born in 1736. Subtract
But yeah,
25
so
years from
so
that.
if y'all aren't aware, he was king of Hawaii, but Akira Toriyama's wife actually suggested his name as the name of the attack that
Yes.
became extremely
It's when they
popular from the
focus their
Dragon Ball.
spiritual energy into a singular blast.
And we actually just recently lost Akira Toriyama. But next we have Benjamin Henry Latrobe, who designed the U.S. Capitol.
Oh, so the big U
Ha ha ha.
and the S.
Okay, I get what you're going for, yeah. But yeah, so how old was he when he passed?
Oh,
And
shoot.
how old would he be?
Well, he was born in 1764, and he died in 1820. Sorry. Should have taken a breath before I said that. He would have been 260 years old.
If he were alive today.
If he were alive
How old was
today.
he when he passed, though?
He was, let's see, 1820, so he was, 200
Wait,
and...
he couldn't have been.
Sorry, 100, sorry, I'm thinking of how much time... Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's, 56 years old.
So he is 56,
Yeah.
okay. So next we have Calamity Jane,
Oh! she
American
was like the
Frontier
sharpshooter.
Scout, yep, famous sharpshooter, and apparently a terrible mother, according to a certain YouTube series. But yeah, how old was she when she passed, and how old would she be if she were
let's
somehow
see.
alive today?
Well, she was born in, in Princeton, Montana. Interesting.
Okay.
And, I always think of it as being a college, you know.
Oh, okay. I see what
But it
you're
was in 1852. So that was, oh my gosh. That's 194. No, sorry. 188. Is
Okay.
that right?
I don't know.
No,
I
it's
take
not
your
right.
word for it.
Yeah.
I ain't doing the math.
Yeah, but
I have never paid the math budget.
170
That's
years.
a
That's about 170 years old. I'm sorry.
that's a Super
My brain's
Kremlin
not
Brothers
working.
reference.
But she died on August 1st of 1903, which of course that's 121 years ago. So I
Okay.
guess if she were alive today, she would be about 28 years shy of turning 200 years old.
Okay.
2 centuries. She was this close, Sakonko.
All right. Next we have is Jack Parr, famous
yeah.
TV host.
He was born in 1918 in Canton, Ohio.
Okay.
Was it? You don't want the location? Come on, it's Canton, Ohio. That's not too far from
right.
here. And that would have put him at 106 years old. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. It's if he were alive today. I'm doing it in the wrong order.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was he was exactly 0 years old in 1918, and then oh wow, he didn't die until 2004.
Wow.
85 years old, so he would have been 105 if he were alive today.
Okay. And I know I didn't really look up anything about the details of these people, but does it say like what show
Well, I mean,
he
he did the
hosted?
Jack. Sorry, he was the original host of the Tonight Show. I keep forgetting to take breaths here. I get so excited. And he hosted from 1957 to 1962.
Okay.
Yeah. His show was still in black and white
Yeah.
when he started.
And lastly, we have Joseph Heller, famous author. He wrote Catch-22, from what I can make out from way over here. What else? Is there any other books that jump out at you that you've heard of?
Oh goodness, no.
Okay, just that one?
Yeah,
All right,
just
so
that one.
how old was he? And...
Well, he was born in 1923. And he died in 1999. He was 76 years old. And if he were alive today, he'd be 95. Am I doing that right?
All right.
Wait, no, not 95. Whatever.
So yeah, again, apologies for not doing any stuff up ahead of time, but there you go. Hopefully that was okay. And for now, we got this day in history, and I will leave that up to you.
95 years
Okay.
old. Sorry. Okay.
You want to take control? Can you take control of the mouse from where you are?
Oh! I didn't know what you were doing.
I can't read it from
You're
here.
pulling my hand here. Okay. We have Roman emperors retired.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't have to read the article, Ted? Okay.
Up to you. I'm leaving all this up to you.
This is a Roman emperor. Oh gosh, Diocletian. Let's call him Diocletian. What? Oh, a 2. We got a 2 for here. It's Diocletian and Maximian retire from the office of Roman emperor. My goodness.
And what year was this?
This was... Oh, that's the year? Oh my goodness, it was so long ago. I thought that was like an entry number in the log. It was the year 305.
Yeah, 305 AD.
Oh my goodness, they had people back then? Crazy. It's crazy. Man, look how pale he is there in that shot.
That is a statue.
I know, but he's kind of like a statue. He does kind of look that way, doesn't he?
Okay. What?
Oh, isn't this where it is?
Scroll down.
Oh, I thought I was clicking on the next. All right. Oh, wow. We're really digging deep here. In the year 1006, supernova observed by Chinese and Egyptian in constellation Lupus. That's a doggy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a doggy constellation. Dog star, I think they call it. That's an excellent cat impersonation. All right. That's year 1048. Bishop Bernald, wow, what a weird name, flees to St. Peter's Kirk for Utrecht, New Zealand? Or Utrecht?
Utrecht. I think that sounds right.
Utrecht, New Zealand.
Okay.
In 1308, Albert the First, King of Germany, is assassinated by his nephew, John of Swabia, the parricide, for cutting John out of his right to inherit.
Okay.
So never cut anybody out of your will.
Yeah,
That's
be
the
careful.
lesson. That's the lesson here.
Or at least don't let them know until you're gone.
All right.
But yeah.
Uh-oh. Where am I? All right. 1328, War of Scotland. Sorry. Wars of Scottish Independence end.
All right.
Yeah,
ending,
yeah.
War's ending. That's good.
Congratulations. Treaty of Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Northampton. The King of England recognizes the Kingdom of Scotland as an independent state. Wow. Did you know that the last King of Scotland was
yeah.
the sleepy-eyed guy?
Oh, really? Okay.
What is this?
Forrest Whitaker.
That's the one, Forrest Whitaker. So, Forrest Whitaker. Always,
I love how I
always
got
had a
it from
friend.
just the sleepy-eyed guy.
All right. 1394. Akiho? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go with that. Akiho exorcised the Zen temple of its surroundings of an old badger.
Okay.
A slow news day in 1394. Huh?
Okay.
Oh. Let's see. In 1486, Christopher Columbus proposes his plan to
There we
search
go.
a western route in India in an audience with Spanish monarch Isabella I. Full support is granted 3 years later in 1489.
And I guess democracy or whatever they call it.
They call it democracy.
Whatever that. Basically, the government moves very slow. That's what I was getting at. But yeah, I probably would have started with that one personally.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were skipping. We're picking and choosing. I thought we were going to do the whole... Come on. I like with the badger thing. It's a
Yeah,
furry.
the badger was kind of
It's
neat.
a furry thing.
But
Council of Trent. Oh, I used to have a friend named Trent. I still do, I guess. Just haven't talked to him in a while.
hopefully they haven't disowned you or anything.
Yeah. No, they definitely haven't.
Okay, that's good.
1551, Council of Trent resumes, overseen by Pope Julius III. He was taking a break from his orange stand to attend to the Council of Trent.
Yes. Or wait, 3. There we go. They probably did it this way. 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay, in 1704, Boston Newsletter publishes first newspaper advertisement.
Ooh.
And it was an advertisement to buy more Ovaltine.
That's a Christmas Story reference, everybody. Go watch that movie
It's a good movie.
December.
I just still enjoy it. I know some people hate it.
Yeah, it definitely still holds up somehow.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you know what? I don't know, a little bit of a downer, but 1715, Prussia declares war on Sweden. Wonder what they did.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Because I'm terrible at history, and I didn't pay attention.
Same. That's kind of one of the reasons why I started doing this. I feel like I feel like saying here is that I was really terrible at history, so doing this kind of helps me learn stuff while making content.
Hey, there you go. It's a good way to learn. Oh.
So what's up? The video didn't freeze, right?
No, sorry. I was like, what is it? Hey, here's another one. In 1757, Austria and France divide Prussia into P and Russia. True story. So they used a carving knife. All right. In 1759, British fleet occupies Guadeloupe, West Indies, capturing it from France. Ooh. In 1760, publication of James Cook's first significant mapping effort, a new chart of the River Street Lawrence from the
St. Lawrence, maybe.
Oh my god!
It's the St. Lawrence River.
Yeah, I'm a goofball. A new chart of the River St. Lawrence from the island of Anticosti to the falls of Richelieu?
Richelieu.
Richelieu.
Richelieu Falls. That's where the famous duel between
Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kaiba.
no, the
Yama,
detective
Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kaiba.
Sherlock Holmes and his adversary Moriarty. They went over the Rickenbach Falls together. That was how they came to an end. And then because it was demanded that there be more stories about him, he wrote prequel stories before they died. At least that's the way I recall that so went down.
And then the Ghostbusters busted them.
Oh, is that right?
And the real Ghostbusters.
Oh, wow.
They were one of those manifestations of people's belief.
Oh.
So many people believe they're real, they just became real.
Neat.
But they became real ghosts.
Okay. Is that the end of that?
Later, critical to British defeat of the French in Quebec City.
Hey, Quebec. We know people in there.
Oh, wow. Look at this. 1776.
Hey, I like
Adam Weishaupt. You know what? Come and get me. I just you don't like the way I say your name. You come. No, don't do that, because he founded the secret society of the Illuminati.
Oh my!
Yeah. He lights up bad people. The Illuminati.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, in 1778, American Revolution, the Battle of Crooked Billet, or is it Billet, begins in Hatboro, Pennsylvania. Oh, croquet. Gotcha.
All right.
Ooh, look at this, 1786, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, opera,
we've heard
Marriage of Figaro, premieres in Vienna with Mozart himself directing. Oh, wow. That guy could really rock you.
Yeah, rock me, Amadeus.
Aber Punkt der Liebe nun großen Staaten warten wie weil alles tat. Behunden schon dort schon lieben alle Frauen und come on, rock me, Amadeus.
Amadeus, 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 Amadeus. Oh, Dr. Zeus.
Yeah. Did you know that he actually my music teacher used to describe him as like an old school rock star? Which is what that song was actually about. He said he grew his hair crazy long, and
that wasn't a wig.
Yeah, apparently he actually did have crazy long hair that he
Nice.
didn't really like groom, and I think he was one of those people that was kind of like a jerk to people.
Mm-hmm.
But he like donated most of his money to charity to the orphanage he was raised in.
Oh, really? I didn't realize he was raised in an orphanage. I haven't actually seen the movie. I've seen scenes from it though. He is a very silly guy in that movie.
Oh, here we go. Battle of New Uanu.
New Uanu.
New Uanu. In 1795, Kamehameha the First, King of Hawaii, defeats Kalanikapule and conquers the island of Oahu at the Battle of Nuuanu, the one that you said earlier. Yeah, and it is an approximate date. They don't have the exact start date. King Kamehameha. Ooh, 1822, John Phillips becomes the first mayor of Boston.
Hey, I've been there. So have you.
Older brother of Wilson Phillips. Ooh, neat. Some of these are so new to me. Like, they're so fascinating. 1840, Penny Black, the world's first adhesive postage stamp issued by Great Britain. Wow, it actually looks like the art you would see on an American coin.
Yeah, it does.
That's pretty wild. Okay.
I definitely remember hearing about that. And not from Tommy Chicker, which is a future video.
Yeah. 1844, Whig Convention nominates Henry Clay as presidential candidate.
I wonder if he won.
Despite his name, he was made out of flesh and blood.
Yes, yeah. But I wonder if he won.
Also, according to this picture, he didn't wear a wig. Why would they pick a wig guy? He doesn't have a wig. But seriously, for those of you who are too young to know, or didn't pay attention in your history class, anyway, I wasn't around when they were around. We have a two-party system now. For a little while, there was a three-party system. Whig was was one of them, and actually a few of our former presidents were from the Whig Party.
Yes.
So,
Also, there's a Green Party, but is that not considered part of it?
yeah, there are actually more when they.
Like the Green Party and the Rainbow
There are
Party?
many different parties, but when they say it's a two-party system,
Yeah.
that means that like all those other ones, unfortunately, will never have a chance.
Oh.
Whig was one of the only other ones that ever had a chance.
Because they actually had winners in there.
Yeah. That's the truth. There's never going to be a Greenpeace president. In my
Green
lifetime.
Party.
Yeah,
You said Greenpeace.
yeah.
I don't think that's the same, is it? I don't know.
I'm
Anyhow.
pretty sure they have a party.
Anyhow. What's that?
They have like IPAs and like Chex
Like
Mix
the beer?
there. Yeah. And Chex Mix and vegan bacon and all that stuff there.
Okay.
It's a green party. Yay! Come on, you never been to a party?
No.
All right, Sakanko's never been to a party. Unlike in 1848, the fraternity of Phi Gamma Delta is founded at Jefferson College in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania.
Woo!
Can't party like them, okay? This one's not going to be wearing a toga.
So what was the name of the fraternity?
Phi Gamma Delta.
Woo! Go Phi Gamma Delta! Woo! Got a pledge there.
In
Get hazed.
Okay, 1850, John Geary becomes the first mayor of San Francisco.
Yeah, another mayor.
Yeah, he likes that rice-a-roni. 1851, public flushing toilets.
Wow!
The monkey closets unveiled by George Jennings as part of the Great Exposition at Hyde Park, London.
Nice.
Costing 1 penny. Whoa. Crazy. They used to use pennies.
I heard Canada actually has eliminated the penny.
Yeah. A good number of years ago, actually.
Yeah.
And
sadly, America has not.
Yeah,
United States, I mean.
I used to get a lot of old people, still do sometimes, saying, oh, they were going to get rid of it in the States, too, but then it never happened.
Yeah.
Like, they were never going to get rid of it. No, that's not.
I hope they do, but it's probably not going to happen
We're
in our
still
lifetime.
using the standard system. We're like one of two. No, I think now we're the only country in the world. We were one of two for a long time.
Okay.
But anyway,
All right.
Yeah.
So this is a lot harder than it looks.
Yes, indeed. Oh, this was kind of 1854. Amsterdam begins transferring drinking water out of the dunes. They were getting drinking water from the dunes, but also getting spice from there.
Ah.
Yeah. Wow, in 1862, Major General Benjamin Butler's Union forces complete the occupation of New Orleans after facing no resistance. Hey, just take it. They threw a bunch of beads at them. Okay. I know it's not pleasant. I'm going to say it anyway. It is 1863. The Confederate national flag replaces stars and bars. I bring this up only because a lot of people that like the Confederate national flag sometimes refer to it as the stars and bars, but they're not the same. What people call the Confederate flag is not the stars and bars.
I see.
So it's like, if you're gonna go and say you like it, at least get it right, and also at the same time, just don't have that. Don't have that flag. All right. In 1863, Hospital for the Ruptured and Crippled first opens its doors in New York City, oldest orthopedic hospital in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd never heard of it. That's something I really put a lot of thought into.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy. Okay, in 1873, the first U.S. postal card issued. Wow.
What's a postal card?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a postcard.
Maybe.
I'm assuming. I mean,
might not be. It might be. I don't know.
They're still quite beautiful little works of art that you could send through the mail.
And some featured in a future movie that we're going to be reviewing.
Yeah, it's kind of a lost thing now. I mean, they still exist. You could actually just stick a stamp. I used to put a stamp and put it on like index cards.
When we got free mystery boxes, we got postcards and that. So
Yeah.
they still make them.
It's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, they still make them. You can still get them, but they are not, by far not what they used to be.
Yeah.
Everybody sends email or has instant messenger.
Yeah.
It's just, why send a postcard unless you're really old?
Yeah, it's so weird. My
them,
work is constantly advertising their forever stamps and telling people to mail things to people. It's like, why? You got email.
Oh, indeed.
So it's such a weird thing. Anyway.
In 1883, Bob Rogers is acknowledged as the first American pro sports trainer when he was hired by the New York Athletic Club.
New York Athletic. Okay, so not the A's, probably.
Yeah, not the A's.
All right.
Oh, in 1883, first National League baseball game in Philadelphia since 1876. Providence Grays beat Philadelphia Quakers 4-3. They should have abstained from more than just,
What about this one? Did we not like that one?
Oh, that and they also in 1883, a lot of 1883s, Bob Rogers is acknowledged as the first American. No, wait, I read that one.
The Amsterdam.
Oh.
I could barely read it, but
yeah, in 1883, Amsterdam's World Fair opens.
Yeah, World Fair in Amsterdam.
Never heard of the Amsterdam World Fair. Oh no.
You lose your cursor?
Yeah, it's gone. I don't see it anywhere. Is this plugged in? Oh, there it is. God,
there you go.
All right.
Sorry about that, you guys.
Oh, okay, in 1891, the legendary pitcher Cy Young wins first game played at Cleveland Lake Park. Cleveland Spiders, ooh, creepy, 12. Cincinnati Redlegs, 3. Oh, I guess those spiders.
But yeah, definitely heard of Cy Young. You got an award named after him.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Although now they would have to call him Cy Old. Cy very, very old. Ooh, in 1892, U.S. quarantine station opens on Angel Island, San Francisco Bay. Wow, quarantine.
Angel Island? Why does that sound familiar?
Huh? In 1896, 7 days after Parliament was dissolved, Charles Tupper is sworn in as the 6th Prime Minister of Canada. You may have heard of it.
And all you Canadians watching, maybe you've heard of this guy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hello.
I like this. I mean, just the phrase, but in 1898, U.S. Admiral George Dewey commands, "You may fire when you are ready, Gridley," as U.S. rout Spanish fleet at Manila. That is in the Philippines.
Ah, okay.
That is where my mummy's from.
Aw.
Yeah, she was raised in Manila. Whew.
Learning new facts about Azurean.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. It's more about your mom, but it's kind of about you.
Ooh, 1901, Pan American Exposition opens in Buffalo, New York.
Hey, we lived near there.
November 2nd. Yeah, not too far. That's where I get on the train to go to New York City. Oh, a lot of sports happened in these years. Okay, how about this? In 1914, Cabinet replaces China's provincial constitution with a constitutional compact granting the president dictatorial powers over China's military, finances, foreign policy, and the rights of Chinese citizens. Oh boy, say goodbye to freedom. And say hello to over 100 more years of pretending you could stand that guy.
Oh man.
I mean, I don't really know, but I mean, come on.
Oh,
Come
hey.
on.
I've heard of this.
Oh, yeah. 1915, British liner Lusitania leaves New York for Liverpool on its last fateful journey.
I wonder if it made it.
Yeah. You know,
Do you think it made it, or do you think it sank?
If they didn't make it, you could just, hop on one of those other ships. Like, I heard there's this Titanic boat. Any ship would have sank.
What? Wasn't that after the Titanic?
Yeah, it was after.
It's like, hey, I may not know
But
my dates too well, but
they
I
can hop on the
remember that.
Ghost Titanic in 1994? I something like that.
Ghostbusters too.
Yeah, it's better late than never. Yeah, I got a backup plan. Oh. Okay. 1920, legendary slugger Babe Ruth records his first or home run, as they say, for the New York Yankees in 6-0 win over his former club, the Boston Red Sox.
What?
His former club. Yeah, you know they named the candy bar after him. They try to say like, hey, that was named after a president's kid that was born after we named the candy bar. It's like, no, you guys.
Was it really the born after? Really?
It's something where the time that the first candy bar premiered, it was something like Babe Ruth had been playing for 2 years and was already a big up and comer.
Yeah.
And the time frame for naming it after some president's son was wrong. So it's clear that even back then, even in the early 1900s, they were still worried about being sued.
Yeah.
So
also, it's kind of crazy that in all this time, the candy bar still exists and still has that name.
Yeah, and I still like it. I mean, it's no Snickers.
Yeah.
But it's a nice change of pace. Once in a while, it's just peanuts and chocolate. It's like a chocolate payday. Not really any different. It's delicious. I mean, underworld demons seem to enjoy it.
Is that a reference to
The red guy.
Was that?
This guy.
What?
The red one.
Red one.
The Hellboy.
Oh, okay. It's like I thought it was the Jared Padalecki show or something. I was like, I didn't get that reference. All right, cool. It's been too long since I've seen that movie.
Ooh, in 1924, German automobile manufacturer Daimler Motoren Gesellschaft and Benz and Sai began their first joint venture, later merged into Mercedes-Benz.
Hey, we've heard of that company.
Yeah. See, the last anime we watched had a ton of Mercedes in it.
Really? Which one was that?
Oh, gosh. Whatever it was that we were watching before Jujutsu.
Was it the Eden East?
Oh, yeah, it might have been Eden of the East. Oh, yeah, the movie. A lot of the cars they just removed the branding from, but they very clearly were modeled after real cars. A lot of them were Mercedes.
All right, so there you go.
Ooh, neat. This is not the same guy, but 1925, future Baseball Hall of Fame catcher Jamie Foxx makes his MLB debut at 17.
Is it Jamie or Jimmy?
Darn it, it's Jimmy Foxx. Close enough. I can't read that. Pitch hits a single 9-4 loss versus Washington. Oh, okay.
It's still interesting, and it's still a funny coincidental name thing. So I accept.
Ooh. 1927, first British airliner to serve cooked meals. Imperial Airways. I remember having the old school plain food that people used to trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like nowadays, it's not done the same way.
Really?
But I don't know. I liked, as a kid, I liked it.
Chicken or fish? Right? Was that one of the ones?
No, like I never got that option. And like one of the trips we had, like it was breakfast food, it was like scrambled eggs and sausages or something.
Wild.
The flights that I've been on lately, you have to buy your food now from a menu, and they have like cheeseburgers and things. So
I'm just used to it being similar to like what they have at like the weddings. You have to fill out the cards, like check which one you want.
Yeah, some flights are still like that. I took an international flight where they're like, "Do you want this meal or that meal?" And I'm like, "I can't." I picked the veg because I was a vegetarian by that point, or at least
last time I was on an airplane, I was 5 years old, so I remember nothing.
Well, and
I got the little wing pin. That's about it. All I remember about it because I had a physical thing.
Well, in 1928, Pit Healthcare Airlines, later Eastern Airlines, began service. So you might have been on there if you were born, 50 years prior, 60 years prior almost. And also,
Well, it's probably American Airlines. Like,
yeah. But also that year we had Lay Day, a Hawaiian celebration.
Oh, Lay Day, the lays, the flower necklace.
Yep, and it's also drunken. Oh no, we're gonna leave that one.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's just it's like it's not as fun.
Okay, you tell me later.
Yeah. Ooh.
We finally make it to a century ago.
yeah. We're almost up here. Let's see. Okay, 1931, Empire State Building opens in New York City, where it stands today. No longer owned by the U.S., though.
Really?
Yeah.
The Empire State Building is owned by foreign entities?
Yeah.
I did not know
for
this.
a good number of years now.
Who owns it?
I mean, it's not Kingpin. You remember Spider-Man cartoon?
Yeah.
His home base was in there. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think it's the country that buys everything from the States.
What country's that?
It's China.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though.
Yeah,
no one will correct me.
Fact check us,
You're
you
all
guys.
too cowards to check. You can't check me. You're a chicken. I'm the chicken, right? You're the
not a
chicken.
You're a budgie.
Oh. The Neutrality Act signed in 1937 by U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt. That's Delano.
Yes, that is accurate.
Signs the first Neutrality Act banning travel on belligerent ships and imposes an arms embargo on warring nations. We are neutral. Oh my gosh, 1939.
Whoa! This is huge.
Yeah. Somebody called Batman. Oh, Batman.
Batman!
First appears in Detective Comics or DC Comics, number 27.
So yeah, Batman did not show up until the 27th issue.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Also, if you're born today, you share a birthday with the comic Batman.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I wonder how much that comic would be worth if it was in mint condition. It's probably worth a crap ton of money, right?
Yeah. Oh goodness, yeah.
Would it be
if in good condition? Yeah.
Would it be worth more than Action Comics #1?
Oh, probably not. But but yeah, it was Bill Finger and it was
Bob Kane.
Bob Kane, although it was mostly like Bill Finger drew him, and Bob Kane's like, nah, it looks too goofy, and he went and like changed a few things. But I mean, like it was Bill Finger mostly. That's pretty wild.
What does it say? Cover page Detective Comics 27, the first comic in which Batman appeared. Yeah.
Okay, who's heard of this? No one's ever heard of this. You go to school. 1941, Citizen Kane, directed by Orson Welles and starring himself, Joseph Cotten and Dorothy Corningore, premieres at the Palace Theater in New York City. Wow, that's a year before my dad was born.
So Bob Kane wrote a comic book, and then Citizen Kane came out some years later on the same day.
Coincidence?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Orson Welles' final role was in the Transformers animated movie. He said, I play, I was like, it's a movie about toys, doing terrible things to other toys. He first spoke positively and then didn't. Oh.
But yeah, have you ever seen the movie? I forget if you said you saw it. Citizen Kane, I mean.
Oh, yeah. We had to watch that in school. And
really boring?
It is, but, yes. Look, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. You gotta watch it with the scope of the time.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? What do you have to compare it to? Like,
I'm sure it was a fantastic movie for its time, but
yeah, it's a good story.
By today's standard, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good, interesting story, but unfortunately, Real Ghostbusters kind of spoiled the ending for me.
And The Simpsons.
Yeah, well, I didn't know The Simpsons did it, so it
Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's one of the times Ghostbusters did it first, but
yeah, possibly. I don't know.
But yeah, my English teacher's like, oh, you're gonna be really surprised by the ending. And I wanted to be like, is it a, but I didn't say it because I'm like, that's dumb. Why would that be the thing? And then at the end of the movie, it's like,
that was it. That's just...
that is. They weren't joking. The Big Ghostbusters weren't joking.
So were your classmates blown away and you weren't? Or...
Nobody really reacted.
Okay.
I think the teacher enjoyed it far more than anyone else did. But in 1941, General Mills introduces Cheerios, renamed Cheerios in 1945, just 4 years later. An oat-based, ready-to-eat cold cereal with no flavor.
Yeah.
Although I do actually crave it sometimes.
Here's a question though: was your teacher like really old? Could she have like been alive?
Oh no, he was older, and he wouldn't. I mean,
would he have been around when the movie came out?
He was probably it probably still did come out before he was born, but not by much.
Okay.
It would have been around
because I just thought that'd be interesting. It's like, oh yeah, I watched this movie when I was growing up, and it blew my mind. You've got to see this movie. It is worth watching. It's like, oh yeah.
I mean, boring. If he saw it when he was 6 years old and really enjoyed it, I mean, oh my gosh, how. why would you as a kid want to even back then?
Anywho, so what you got next?
Let's see. 1944. Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Messerschmitt 262 Sturmvogel, first jet bomber, makes first flight. Can you believe I've never read that word and I said it perfectly, flawlessly? I'm amazing. What can I say? And also 1944, Pulitzer Prize awarded to American Martin Flavin for his novel Journey in the Dark.
Okay. Just like that name, don't you?
Yeah, Flavin.
Flavin!
Nice lady. Oh, that guy was an A. Never mind.
Okay. Here.
Ooh.
What do we got?
I think it's kind of neat. 1945. Radio Budapest. Is that how they decided it was going to be said?
Yeah.
Hungary re-enters shortwave broadcasting after World War II.
Okay.
Probably had to stop because of the war and didn't want to intercept it, whatever here.
So lots of war stuff probably happening.
Yeah, it is just walls of war history here. Okay, in 1949, Gerard Cooper discovers Noride, second satellite of Neptune.
Ah.
I can't believe they got satellite on Neptune. What do you think they watch on Neptunian television?
Beavis and Butthead?
I imagine they watch things like Aquaman.
Liquid television?
the Poseidon Adventure.
Ah.
Neptune.
Oh, yeah, okay. The baseball guy not good?
Okay, oh goodness. 1951, future Baseball Hall of Famer slugger Mickey Mantle. Who's heard of that guy? It's right by the fireplace. Hits first career home run in 8-3 win versus White Sox in Chicago. Minnie Minoso homers in Sox debut. And also, the next year, Mr. Potato Head was introduced.
Whoa!
I don't know what the company was back then, but now it's Hasbro.
Yeah, from what I understand, the original Mr. Potato Head actually was just the pieces.
Yeah. So
you had to supply your own potato.
Imagine why they stopped doing that.
And I used to know what Hasbro originated as. I forgot.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got now? Let's see.
Lot of sports.
Oh, is that one any good?
1955, showgirl Linda Lawson is crowned Miss Q in Atomic Pageant after the Operation Q test is repeatedly delayed by high winds.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
Wow, 1957, Larry King's first radio broadcast on station WHAR, 1490 AM in Miami Beach, Florida.
I've seen that guy on TVs.
Yeah. You know they have a Larry King in the human world too. It's a B movie quote. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
yeah. Hey, we mentioned B-movie in the last
the late
one.
Larry King, we should say at this
Yeah.
point. But oh my gosh, it feels like he died yesterday because he stuck around for so dang long.
Yeah.
He had a good run. I don't feel sad. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I mean, he had a really good run. I think he's what an amazing person.
Wonder if he voiced himself on Gravity Falls. I know he showed
I
up
don't know,
in that.
but I know in the B movie he voiced himself.
Ah,
So.
nice.
In 1959, Floyd Patterson, another boxer I've actually kind of heard of, scores 11th round knockout of Englishman Brian Landon in Indianapolis. His fourth world heavyweight boxing title defense. Yes, he was a prolific boxer. I mean, maybe not prolific. I don't know. Maybe he was prolific. He would still know who he is today. That has to mean a lot.
Indeed.
1960, India's Bombay state split into Gujarat and Maharashtra states. There you go, nailed it. First try. In 1961, Fidel Castro announces there will be no more elections in Cuba.
No more. That's it. Elections are over.
Yeah.
I wonder what he did instead.
We'll never know. Did you know that he tried to be an actor in America first?
Really?
Yeah. He actually was in, I think, one movie.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah, no joke.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's like you hear these stories of these incredibly powerful people, and then they have such like a humble ambition and relative to what they ended up doing.
Yeah. Like a certain famous dictator was an artist, or tried to be an artist, and nobody liked his paintings, so he ended up starting
we don't need
war.
to go all the way into that. But
yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
Exactly. 1961, Pulitzer Prize awarded to Harper Lee for her novel
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Which you know what is a kind of bird. Okay.
So yeah, thankfully
You
no
should
birds
mock
were harmed in the making in the story.
Probably would have.
The killing a mockingbird is said to be something you shouldn't do in the story.
Yes.
I forget the exact wording, but basically the Dalton story telling the kids, about it's a terrible shame to kill a mockingbird, so don't do it or something like that. It's been a very long time since it came out, but I actually read that book. Probably didn't even really watch that movie either.
Yeah,
I've seen bits and pieces.
I probably watched it once, and I had just totally forgot. They made us watch a lot of stuff in school. But in 1964, first basic program runs on a computer in Dartmouth.
Yeah, basic
You know
spell
what?
in all caps.
It's Dartmouth. Come at me.
It's Dartmouth.
Prove to me that I'm wrong. Leave a comment down below. Prove me wrong. Do it. Dare ya.
Do it.
Dare ya.
Do it. If you don't do it, you're a coward.
Do it. In 1965, USSR, that's the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, launches Luna 5, later impacts on Moon. And those astronauts are still there today. I made all of that not up because it's 100% true. They're out there just hanging out with the moon rocks and the aliens. In 1967,
hey, we're getting closer.
Anastasio Somoza Debayali becomes president of Nicaragua.
Okay.
And wow, he is handsome. Was handsome. Doesn't matter. If you're a bad person, you're a bad person. Or if you're a good person, I don't know. He might be good. You tell me down below.
Are you having fun? I'm having fun.
I had a little bit of fun. 1969.
Oh, hey, I've heard of this guy.
Children's educational television host Fred Rogers testifies before U.S. Senate Subcommittee on Communications to secure funding for creation of PBS. Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I did not know that he helped create PBS. I thought he was just, I knew he was like their mascot, basically. But I did not realize he actually helped found it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I might have learned that at one point, but I guess I forgot. But that is really awesome.
Yeah, he apparently was very accepting of people, or at least knew how you should behave. And He was a vegetarian because apparently, as he put it, he did not like the thought of eating anything that had a mother.
Oh.
So,
But yeah, between Fred Rogers and Bob Ross, two of TV's most kindest human beings that ever existed.
yes, yes, indeed. Poor Bob Ross. See, if you hear the stories of what he had to go through, wouldn't let him cut the hair, and he hated the merchandise. He was like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
He wouldn't all the merch that we've got now, the T-shirts, calendars, candy, toys, like bobbleheads and things like that. He would have hated all of that. So if you respect Bob Ross, you won't buy any of that stuff. You'll buy some paints and some canvas and honor his memory.
Yeah, there you go. Or watch him on the Twitch. I don't know if they're still doing that, but yeah, there was a time when there was a 24-hour broadcast of Bob Ross.
All right, and oh, there we are. Okay. Wow. We're running. Okay, we'll do a speed run here. 1971, Amtrak Railroad begins operations. That's the train I take to get to New York City. Amtrak station. An older, like it's a rebuilt one, I think, from Buffalo. In 1971, Rolling Stones released single, Brown Sugar, How Come You Taste So Good?
Brown sugar.
Yeah. Our teacher was talking about adding that to her Raisin Bran.
Okay.
Yeah.
1972,
1972, radio's Mutual Black Network premieres. Fascinating. In 1977, French runner Chantal Langlois sets female world marathon record. 2 hours, 35 minutes, 15 seconds, and 4/10 of a second in Oyarzun, Spain. Can you believe I nailed those pronunciations? Freaking amazing. 1978, first African-American mayor of New Orleans, Ernest Nathan Morial, inaugurated. 1978, Jackie Chan's breakthrough film, Snake and the Eagle's Shadow, directed by Yuen Woo-ping, is released in Hong Kong. Who knows? Who's ever heard of this? Jacqueline Chan. I don't know.
The funny thing is, I was like, oh, it looks like Jackie Chan. Nah, it can't be. It's got to be somebody else. I'm just seeing things. Like, no, I guess that is Jackie Chan.
1978, Naomi Uemura becomes first to reach North Pole overland alone.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you know that it floats around, moves around?
Really?
Yeah.
Guess I did not know.
It's just like a giant thing of ice. There's apparently no actual significant land under there. 1979. That's why they can't put a research center on there. 1979. British pop singer Elton John performs first time in Israel, kicking off a mini tour of 5 shows in 6 nights. My mom says that because he came out forever ago, and long before most people seem to feel comfortable doing so. Mm-hmm. And my mom said for the longest time, her homophobia kept her from listening to him.
Aww.
But she loved his music so much that she just got over it.
Aw, that's awesome.
Yeah, mostly.
Why couldn't they build a boat and have it anchored at the North Pole then?
I mean, you're talking about spending a lot of money
to true.
Something that what would they do? 1981, tennis player Billie Jean King acknowledges a lesbian relationship with Marilyn Burnett, becoming first prominent sportswoman to come out. Yeah, this is part of the reason that it took me so long to come out. Oh. Radio Shack, 1981, Radio Shack releases Model 3 TRDOS 1.3. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, somebody might. But you've heard of Radio Shack? I hope.
There you go. Sure, why not? 1984, Danielle Steele's romance novel Full Circle is published. Yeah, a lot of romance novels with Danielle
I'm
Steele.
sure your mom might have read one of those.
She did. 1984, Mick Fleetwood, drummer and leader of Fleetwood Mac. Shouldn't be Fleetwood Mick. Fleetwood Mac files for bankruptcy. Oh. Bankruptcy was a lot better back then. You got 7 years, they cleaned everything. Now you still have to pay it back. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. Way different. Whew. 1985, U.S. President Ronald Reagan ends embargo against Nicaragua. Yeah, you heard about that in the news a lot back in the 80s, so I know even if you were born slightly after 1985, you would have heard a lot of rumblings about that. 1986, Russian news agency TASS reports Chernobyl nuclear power plant mishap.
Oh,
They had an oopsie.
Oopsie.
Here's a note that they actually wrote that translates as, I love you, Pripyat, forgive me, scrawled on the walls of Pripyat Clinic during the hasty evacuation after Chernobyl disaster.
Wow.
They actually wrote way off the note and got onto the wall.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's wild.
Horrible to think about.
And I think it's probably still there. That message is probably still there.
In 1998, after scoring 50 points in Game 1 NBA Eastern Conference Playoff Series, Michael Jordan has 55 and Chicago Bulls 106-101 win versus Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 2. First to score 50 points in consecutive playoff games.
Yeah, it's kind of wild when you read about those old sports scores and they're so low, and then you get to things like this where it's more modern and the score is like really huge.
And here we go. 1989, 135-acre Disney MGM Studio theme park officially opens to the public in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Wow. 1991, an outfielder Ricky Henderson steals an all-time MLB record of 939th base in 74 win versus New York Yankees and Oakland. Boo, Mets. Yay, Yankees. That's what I'm told anyway. We used to have all this Mets merchandise at our store, and then it wouldn't sell because in our area you have to be for the Mets. 1992, Danielle Steele's historical romance novel Jules is published. I just like this date.
She must.
You know, it's a big part in history. It's not the most pleasant thing, but in 1992, Los Angeles Dodgers postponed 3 MLB games due to racial riots over the infamous Rodney King beating. It was impossible to ignore. Not that you would want to ignore it. In 1991, it was everywhere for years, and even today, I'm sure we all remember the quote, or know, or have heard of the quote. Can't we all just get along?
I've heard that. I did not realize that was related.
Yeah, that was Rodney King who said that, because what do you say when the world's gone crazy? And they were like, hey, Ty, can you sum this up for us? I was like, how do you sum this up? Like, it's just an insane time here.
Indeed.
A lot of so many things. Okay, let's see here. 1995, Croatian forces launch Operation Flash during Croatian War of Independence. Yeah, not very happy.
Okay.
But, oh wow, and here we mentioned how, like, the Howard Stern show premieres in San Diego, California on KIOZ 105.3 FM. Yeah, there's like one of these for every year.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, here you open this other town. Okay. But also in that year, though, Tasmania becomes the last state in Australia to decriminalize homosexuality.
Wow.
Come down to Tasmania.
In what year was this?
1997.
1997. Wow.
Yeah, it was criminal up until then.
Well, I was mostly thinking like, hey, that's progress.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Long before some other places, probably. I know that there was that 10 years ago. 20 years ago was when Massachusetts first legalized gay marriage.
All right, 1997, Tony Blair elected Prime Minister of United Kingdom. But then, 2 short years later, animated series SpongeBob SquarePants, created by Steve Hillenburg, debuts on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, 1999.
Yeah, indeed, great year for him.
So yeah, everybody thinks of SpongeBob as a 2000s show, but it's debuted in 99.
Yeah, so technically it's a 90s show.
Yep.
But in 2000, we had Gladiator, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix. Premieres in L.A. I saw that one in theaters.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's a fun watch. I don't think it's monumental.
You know they're making a sequel?
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, because they've talked about that on and off over the years. So I'll believe it when I see it. But in 2000,
Will we go see it?
but also no.
Okay.
In 2000, Barry Bonds is the first MLB player to hit a homer in San Francisco Bay as Giants beat Mets 10-3. Hits 35 there during his San Francisco career. And 2001, President of the Philippines, Gloria. Sorry, Mom.
Oh.
I never heard of Maya Macapagal Arayo. Oh my gosh! Again, a terrible Filipino. Declares exist or Filipino. I can't even get the. Like
It's
I'm only
okay.
half. I'm half Filipino, but a state of declares an existence of a state of rebellion after thousands of supporters of her arrested predecessor Joseph Estrada stormed towards the president's palace at the height of the EDSA 3 rebellion.
Estrada is any relation to Eric Estrada?
Yeah, man, possibly, honestly.
Also, hey, we're in the century.
Oh yeah. 2003. That's when George Bush hung up that "Mission Accomplished" banner that we see sometimes memed because.
Oh, you gonna read the whole thing?
We're over an hour already.
Oh my goodness, so we really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You see here.
So yeah, basically Bush hung up a big banner saying that we won the war against was it Iraq or Afghanistan? Either way, he way jumped the gun on the end of the war.
Yeah. That was when they were attacking like the Taliban and things like that, and they were like, "Hey, yeah, mission accomplished."
Yeah, we won. Nope. Not yet.
There was still many years to come after that. In 2009, Carol Ann Duffy is appointed British Poet Laureate. First Scot and woman laureate. Interesting.
Wow. Took that long.
Yes,
Jeez.
indeed.
They are really sexist, huh? Or were, anyway.
In 2009, Shonda Kotchar takes over from KV Kemeth as CEO of Managing Director ICICI Bank.
Okay.
I actually thought that said KY. That's why.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, 2010, Canadian singer Brian Adams is given Governor General's Performing Arts Award for his 30 years of contribution to the arts. Oh my gosh. All for one and one for all, right? He was one of the three in that, I believe.
Oh, the Three Musketeers?
Yeah, because they did a trio of singers. It was
Trio?
Yeah.
Singers? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Right?
Okay.
Oh gosh. 2013, a digital camera is created that can mimic insect compound eyes.
Whoa.
Weird.
Didn't know that was even a thing.
Yeah, I know. I didn't
That's
know.
a decade
I didn't know insects were a thing either. 2017, the Smashing Pumpkins singer Billy Corgan, we mentioned Darcy earlier, agrees to purchase the National Wrestling Alliance. That's the NWA. What a strange fellow that guy is. But hey, more power to him, I guess. Scotland in 2018. Scotland is the first country in the world to introduce a minimum price on alcohol.
Wow.
Weird. In 2019, evidence revealed that early humans from ancient Denisovian species lived at high altitudes in Tibet 160,000 years ago. But if the world is only like 5,000 years old, how could that happen? That's no, we won't get into it.
Moving on.
2019, Emperor Naruhito officially succeeds his father Akihito as the Emperor of Japan after later abdicated due to ill health.
Hey, we mentioned the guy
indeed,
who ran in Japan last
indeed.
video.
New York City officially names a street Sesame Street at the intersection of 63rd Street and Broadway in honor of the show's 50th anniversary.
Whoa! Can you tell me how to get there?
Yeah.
Apparently now you can.
Yeah, yes,
At least to
indeed.
that Sesame Street.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
was that it? Was that the last one?
So I was trying to find something pleasant to end on.
Yeah, it can be tough.
I mean, there's
You lucked out last time. Oh man.
You know what? I'm going to read it anyway.
Yeah.
2020 tweets by Elon Musk saying Tesla's share price is too high. Wipe 14 billion off the The car maker's value.
So basically, he made the most expensive tweet in the world.
$14 billion just for running your mouth. Oh,
Yeah,
you can't
he's
even,
not too
You
smart.
can't even sue over that.
For a smart guy, he ain't too bright. But anyhow, I think that's gonna do it, right?
I think it's gonna do it.
So there you go. Those are all the things that happened on this day in history. Once again, sorry for the break in the format there. Hopefully, we'll be better prepared for the next one. But until then, happy birthday, DG Amyotee, and anybody else born on May 1st, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.